Alright, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to say call Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem, Rakakudash. Double honors to my apostle, elders, the great millstone, the time of this truth, and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect out there pushing this word in all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom. Alright, this is the brother Amawan from the GMS Charlotte Camp coming out on a lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah. And pretty much on this lesson, I'm going to go into, pretty much how all of Israel, only knows wickedness, man. Israel based all their knowledge, their culture, everything that they think that makes them up is based off wickedness, man. Okay, so with that being known, we have to reprogram our minds. If Yahweh Shemel Shah is dealing with you, we have to reprogram our minds, man, to come back to that righteous state that we used to be in, man. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna go straight into the scriptures. Try not to make this too long. All right. So first off, I'm gonna start here in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 22, and it reads, "For my people is foolish, and they have not known me. They are Sodom's children. They have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge." Right? It says that the nation of Israel, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, you have not known the Lord, all right, who you refer to as, God and Jesus Christ, man, but their real names in the Paleo Hebrew, which we are Hebrew Israelite, we called upon the Hebrew name back in the ancient world, and you've seen that we're calling upon that name now, man, but the proper name for the Heavenly Father and His Son is Yahweh. We say Ba'Shem, which is in the name, and Yahweh Shah, all right? Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai being the Son, man. All right, those are the names that you're supposed to be calling on when you pray, man. All right, but it says that you don't know the Lord, man. All right, and not knowing the name is the first sign of not knowing the Lord, man. But also, man, you forgot His law, statutes, and commandments. You don't follow them. You don't even acknowledge them, man. The church only teaches you about the 10 Commandments, but it's 613 law, statutes, and commandments, but you can't even keep the 10, man. All right, so you have no clue on what the God of the Bible, what he's about, man. All right, because you've been taught lies, man. All right, and through excuse me, through America, raising us up on these excuse me, raising us up on these lies, these different philosophies and doctrines, man. Our people has been indoctrinated into accepting wickedness and thinking that's their way of life, man. All right, you got black culture, which is a death culture, man. You got our people, embracing, abominational acts like homosexuality, Satanism and whatnot, man. They don't have a clue about what righteousness is, man. All right, it says that they have none understanding. All right, he called you Sodom's children, which means you are stupid. All right. Because you are stupid if you don't know who your power is, man. Because all these other nations know who they worship, man. All right, the so-called the Chinese man, he has Buddha. These Hindu gods, man. They have not Hindu gods. East Indian people, worship their Hindu gods, man. These Muslims have Allah, man. Everybody of these other nations know who they are, know who they worship, except for you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. And why is that? Because we were indoctrinated, all right? We got brought over here in chattel slavery and got our nationality beat out of us, man. So now that we adopted the ways of the so-called white man, all right? And he gave us, white Jesus, told us that God was white, told us that God's people were white, man, We have no clue who we are, man, okay? But it says, they are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge, man. Right? Because our people thrive in wickedness, man. All right, they go hard for these holidays, man, which are pagan holidays, man. They go hard for the culture of America, which is do as thou wilt. All right, so they participate in any and everything that the flesh wants them to do, man. They commit abortions, man. I say they freaking dwell in homosexuality, man. People are, faggots and lesbians or whatever. They are, habitual adulterers, sluts, whores, whatever, man. All these different, and big Satanists, man. All right, and it's to the point now where they don't even hide it anymore, man. All right, you got these celebrities that push that on the masses to the T, man, throwing up all the Masonic symbols or whatnot, man. Making it look cool and everything, man. But the average everyday person, speaking to you Israelites, man, y'all don't have a clue about what's being presented to y'all, man, because y'all have no understanding. Y'all don't know anything about what's really going on, man, because you've been, you became docile, man, believing any and everything that's being force fed into y'all, man. You turn on the TV and you see CNN feed you with bullshit all day, man, and you think that's real, man. When you don't have a clue what's going on in world news. Your economy is all going through different ups and downs, which really is all downs, man, because we're nearing an economic collapse, man. World War III is going on as we speak, man. So there's different things going on in this earth, and our people have no clue about it, man. But people can tell you who's the biggest Instagram whore, or they can tell you what rap beef is going on, or what these athletes' stats are from rookie year up until now, man, whatnot, man. But they don't know anything about righteousness, man. All right, they don't know no laws, man. They don't know any of the prophets' works. They don't know nothing. All right, but they can excel in wickedness, man. But at the end of the day, man, they put that over, of learning that kind of stuff, man. All right, instead of reading the Bible, our people go and study how to roll up blunts, how to scheme on, how to rob a nigga, or how to sleep on with the next man's woman or whatnot, man. How to hit a lick and all this stuff, man. It's all types of wickedness that our people put themselves in, but won't pick up the Bible though, man. All right, every one of them got it in their house somewhere collecting dust, but never pick it up, man, unless something happens to you, until when you're in a life or death situation, then you want to run to the Bible, man. But the Lord don't work like that, all right. And this is the proof. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 22, and it reads, "The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence." Right? The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. All right. So all these, these so-called accolades that you get on this side, man, it's not real wisdom, man. All right. So that means you go into school, learn about all these lies, man. Learn how to be an atheist, pretty much. 'Cause that's what these schools do, is make you denounce your belief in God to go into science, which is not even real science, man. All right. You learning how to do these so-called business deals or whatever, which are wicked, man. You learning any and everything, but true wisdom, which wisdom, that tells you in Proverbs 1:7, begins with having the fear of the Lord. All right, but the world doesn't make you fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. All right, you fear anything except the Lord, man. All right, you fear going broke. You fear your family, losing your family. Your wife cheating on you, or your kids. Going missing or whatever. You don't fear the true power that's governing things, man. All right, but a nigga can tell you how to down how to roll a blunt, man. How to count out the weed or drugs on the scale, and how to break down a quarter or whatever, man. But he can't tell you one law in the Bible. All right, he can't tell you what none of the high holy days come from, man. All right, people don't even keep the Passover, man, or keep the Sabbath. They don't even know how to read the Sabbath, man. All right, so to show you that these people don't understand what true knowledge is, man. All right, because hey, it's all about feeding the flesh in America, man. That's what I said, man. Our people, dwell in black culture, man. All right, money, hoes, clothes, man. All right, who got the biggest diamonds? Who the biggest drug dealer? Who the best rapper? Who the best athlete, man? All right, who drive the best car? Who's the pretty much being who's the biggest nigga? All right, who's the realest nigga? All right, none of that matters, man. All right. Because it's when society all breaks down, man. All right, when it's total anarchy on the streets, man. What is all that gonna do for you, man? What is being the richest Jake in the neighborhood gonna do for you, man? What's having all the baddest women gonna do for you, man? All right, what's all these different accolades that our people, strive to do, you know, who pushes the most weight, who's the biggest drug dealer in the city. What does all that matter whenever it's all said and done? Because it's not going to help you. It's not benefiting you, man. All right. So this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 23, and it reads, "It is a sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding have wisdom." Right? It's a sport. It's a sport to a fool to do mischief, man. All right, because these people make wickedness into a hobby, man. All right, these people get thrills off of these niggas get thrills off of popping another man's woman, seeing that they can get away with it. That Jake sneaking out the back door when the husband comes home, man. You see who can who got the best hands, want to just go around just knocking people out, fighting and shit, man. Who could be the biggest drug dealer or whatever, man. None of that is beneficial to you, but Jake, it's a pride thing, So I gotta make myself look like that guy, man. All right. But it says that it's a sport to a fool. You a fool if you indulge in these things and thinking that's the meaning of life, man. All right. But it says, "But the years of the wicked shall be slacking." Wrong scripture. It says, "But a man of understanding have wisdom." Right, because when we came into this truth, we understood that none of that stuff mean anything, man. All right, because a man of understanding realizes that, all right, if you pushing weight, 9 times out of 10, man, Esau knows you're doing it. He's waiting for the right time to come knock you, man. All right, you committing adultery with these women. You know, you either gonna get one or two things. You're either gonna get a STD, or that dude's gonna find out about it and kill you, man. All right. So this is just a couple examples of many where it says to show you that a man of understanding has wisdom to know that, man, those things aren't worth it, man. They're not beneficial, because, like I said, when society breaks down, what is that going to do for you, man? All right, because the women that you do all this for, they're going to leave you. All right, they're going to leave somebody for that has stability. Okay, all right, because majority of 9 times out of 10, man, that substance that you're going to lose 10 times out of 10, Salakia, that substance you're going to lose, in that day, man. All right, because your guns that you got, man, is only going to hold so many bullets. Okay, so a man of understanding knows that, man, you gotta hide yourself in that time and run into that strong tide, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And the women that you do this for are gonna see that, man. They're gonna leave you for that stability, man, which the man of the Lord is gonna provide, man. All right. All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 12, man. Because you get the problem with Jake, man. When we come out here and we rebuke them, and let them know that, hey, let go of the vanity, man. Come into the ways of life, man. All right, renew your mind. Get your mind right, pretty much, man. Hey, they buck up against it, man, because in their eyes, man, this is all they know. America is all they know, man. All right, Jake ain't even been outside their own neighborhood, man. That's all they know, man. So you gang banging, drug selling, weed smoking, woman stealer. This all Jake know, man. So they think that, that's going to be the end all be all, man. But it's not. All right. This is like I said, the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 12, and it reads, "There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death." Right, because in these people's mind, they think that they do no wrong, man. They think that the life they're living is good. They say, God knows my heart. Yes, I'm doing wickedness, man, but at the end of the day, hey, God sees what I'm doing. He knows what my heart, my true intentions are. He knows why I'm really doing this, and He's going to forgive me, all right? That's not the case. Yahweh Shema Shai sees what you're doing, and he tells you not to trust in your own heart, man, because it says the heart is deceitfully wicked above all things. So He knows the hearts of you people, man, and He sees that there's wicked. So what's going to be the outcome of that? He's going to destroy y'all, man, all right? That's plain and simple. That's why we tell you, man, you got to, let go of the things of this world and renew your mind in the ways of these scriptures, man, because that's going to be the only way you're going to have a safe haven in that day, man, all right? So you trust in your own wickedness, man. That's gonna be your downfall, man. All right, because in that day you're gonna need a spirit. All right, hey, you going off of carnal means. What it says to be carnal minded is death, man. All right, so you trusting in your own heart, which is your mind, man. Hey, you gonna die, man. All right, you gonna die a painful, horrible, horrendous death, man. All right, because we warned you. We warned you that hey, Esau has set this society up for you to be this way, man. And if you continue in this way, man, you're gonna end up just like the result of America, which is gonna be destroyed, man. All right, so you continue to think that you're right, man. I ain't gotta change my ways, man. I come to God on my own time and all that, man. That's gonna be your downfall in that day, man. All right, because our people are wicked as hell, man. You read the different stories about how we used to be in the ancient world, man, and you come to find out that so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans are the chosen people of the Bible, and it's kind of like, damn, you see why these other nations don't respect us as a people, man. As you look at our people, man, let's say we always say it, Cat, man. Have you seen niggas now? Or Slucky, have you seen niggas lately? And niggas is through. The nation of Israel is through. Why? Because they are engulfed in sin, man. All right. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 4. Matter of fact, I started at 3. It reads, "The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider." That goes back to what I started with, Jeremiah 4:22, because our people don't know who their master is, man. All right, they think their master is Esau, the so-called white man. All right, nah, man. He is a pawn, just like how we're being used, man. Esau is being used on the left side, man. They enact punishment on us for disobedience, man. All right, but you people truly don't know Yahweh Shema Shai. Like I said, man, because the majority of Israel still think the Lord is a white man. All right, which is the furthest thing from the truth, man. All right, because little do you people know, to have so-called white skin is a curse according to the Bible. It's called leprosy, man. All right, that means that you are unclean. All right, so all throughout the scriptures, when you read about leprosy, that was a disgrace, man. All right, we were ashamed, if we were ever, to have leprosy, man. All right, but now the so-called white man, and woman trying to promote that like that's a good thing, You got our people bleaching their skin, dyeing their hair blonde, thinking that that's the vision of beauty. Nah, man. Hey, the Lord is the same skin color as you, Jakes, man. He's a very dark skinned so-called black man. If he would have been walking the earth today, he would have been known as a black man. All right. So he was melanated, man. All right. So that shows you that you people don't even know the Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. Because these animals, they say just gave you 2 examples of a donkey and an ox, man. They know who their masters is, but Israel don't know. They don't know who their master is, man. All right. Verse 4, "A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel into anger. They are going away backwards." Right. Because our people are laden in sin, man. Like I said, man, what's the thing that's celebrated most amongst the Israelites, man, is black culture. Because, as you know, Jake is the trendsetter for everything, man. And what's the trend that is being pushed mainly for our people? It's Satanism and homosexuality, man, which are hand in hand with each other, man. All right, Jake is the biggest faggots, the biggest lesbians, the biggest devil worshippers, man. Because that's what the so-called white man wants you people to be known for, man. They don't want you to be to remember that you are a chosen son of God, man. All right, because if they knew we woke up, and it wouldn't be no more America, man. Like we had these devils in chains, which is going to happen soon, come, man. All right, that's prophecy, man. But until then, until Yahweh Shema Shai raises us up, this is the time for us to be coming back unto Yahweh Shema Shai, to be born again and be renewed again in the spirit, man. All right, because I said we had to come out of these wicked ways that we were born into, man. Because this wickedness has been passed down from generation unto generation unto generation. And so that's why people, uh, are thinking that this is normal, man. Like celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving, and these other pagan holidays is not a custom of our people. We didn't do that in the ancient world, man. All right, perfect example of that. You go back during slavery time, man. You didn't have our people celebrate these holidays, man. We were forbidden. But now all of a sudden, since the Esau took the chains off our neck, man, now you thinking we're one of them. We're celebrating their holidays. That's not what we used to do, man. We were given our own high holy days according to the scriptures from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right, but it says you have gone away backwards, man, because you went from that righteous seed to a degenerate plant. All right, our people are the most wicked people on the planet, man. All right, and this is like this by design. All right, turn on your TV, that's all you see. Basketball wives, you got our women acting like straight whores. Grown women fighting each other, throwing drinks on each other. Our women dressing up in dresses, dyeing their hair, cutting them like all these weird shapes and colors and whatnot, man. Our people are bugged the hell out, man. Okay, you are the furthest thing from Israelite, man. All right. It says, why should you be stricken anymore? It says you will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. All right. So the Lord is coming to a point where the Lord has to, refresh you Jakes, man, and He's gonna hit that reset button whenever He burns y'all up in this upcoming, destruction, man. All right, which is gonna start with Esau, closing down the different cities and enacting martial law upon the whole shores of America, man, and really all over the world. All right, that's gonna be the beginning of y'all punishment, man. Okay, that's why it's imperative for you to get right now, man, because the Lord sees, man, hey, He's put us in the captivity after captivity for us being disobedient, man, and our people have just gotten worse and worse, man. So it's just about time where He just hits the whole reset button for the nation of Israel, man. All right, only the elect are going to be the only ones that's going to make it out of that, on the first go round. All right, and that was really the point for that. In fact, I'll finish it out. From the soles of the foot even unto the head there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been clothed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Yeah, so there's no healing on people unless they just get completely taken out and brought back in the kingdom, man. Because, like I said, you take a step outside and you just see the mindset of our people now, man. Hey, man, you got grown men and women talking about the earth is flat, man. You got people asking, is water wet? That 2019 still think that Yahweh Shemel Shah white man. They done. They through, man. All right? With all this evidence out here, you got grown people out here that don't believe in a higher power, man. That's showing you that Jake is, and this is Israelites, man, because you look back in, older times, man, that was just Edomites, so-called white people that didn't believe in God. Now you got Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, so-called, that really don't believe there's a so-called power. I mean, Slocky, that don't believe there's a higher power, man. You look at all the beautiful things out on the earth, and you really think that there's not a higher power there. So I'll show you the Lord He gotta do a reset button, man, because this is out of hand. All right. This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. Okay, this is why this is what happening to what you're seeing with Jake now, man. All right, certain brothers that's then woke up. All right, this is Romans chapter 12 to verse 2. It says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good, what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh Shem Shah, man." So you got to get your mind renewed unto what is the right thing, which is these scriptures, man. All right, the ways of righteousness, man. All right, because when you begin to coming to the ways of Yahweh Shem Shah, you begin to realize that the way you was brought up in this world was wrong, man. All right, the way you carried yourself was off. All right, so you have to, kill off that old man and begin to be born again, man. Pretty much. All right, because when you find out what's good and acceptable unto Yahweh Shema Shah, you begin to find out what life truly is, man. Because the ways of Yahweh Shema Shah are life, man. All right. All right, his law, statutes, and commandments are meant to preserve the nation of Israel, man. All right, we all know that the so-called white man is a harbinger of death, man. So why would you partake in his ways if you know the only thing that he begats is death, man? All right, he's called Satan for a reason. All right, Satan is from the word shaitan, which means adversary, man. He's adverse. The so-called white man is adverse to the ways of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. So the Lord is for life, and the devil is for death, man. All right, it's common duality, man. It's not hard to grasp that notion. All right, so you have to what they call be brainwashed, man, because this really what that term that people like to use don't really understand the meaning of that, because in this world you really are brain dirty, man. You think that the ways that you were taught in this world were right, but when you read the scriptures, it says the opposite, man. So you actually have to be brainwashed and clear that filth from your mind, your spirit, man, and become born again in that renewed, spirit, and begin to walk on that path of righteousness, man. All right, because like I said, man, we were brought up in filth, man. All right, so you have to let that shit go. All right, this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 27, because for what knowledge that you hear in this world, and you think that that's real knowledge for you that's going to benefit you, it's not knowledge like we read before, man. Because like for example, Esau pushes, all right, you have to go to school, go to college, get an education or whatever, man. But they don't know the word education really goes back to matter of fact, let me get it. 'Cause I don't want to be off in my speech, man. Hold on. Salakia, bear with me real quick. All right, that word educate means to build up, to bring up. All right, and so when you being properly educated, it means you're gonna be built up in the ways of which is sound for your well being, man. All right, and the proper way of education is these scriptures. All right, uh, I forget the president's name that said he even said this. Let me try to find this real quick, Baba Kashah. Give me 1 second. All right, this is from a quote from Theodore Roosevelt. All right, one of your former presidents. He says a thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education. All right, so that right there shows you that hey, that's heavy. These scriptures is heavy, man. All right, you go to school for your 12, 14, 18, 20 something years to get these so-called certifications for your intelligence, to show your levels of intelligence, but it really doesn't mean nothing. All right, knowing that the Lord is a so-called black man, all right, is way better than knowing. It's way more enlightening than knowing how to do calculus or whatever, man. All right, knowing these different things, such as which some of it is actually can help you, but for the most part, it's all bullshit. All right, if you know in the scriptures, that's better than any education you get on this worldly knowledge level tip, man. All right, let's prove this. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 27. It says, "But Yahweh hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and Yahweh hath chosen the weak things of this world to confound the things that are which are mighty." Right. So, like I said, man, knowing that the so-called knowing that God and so-called Jesus Christ are black men, all right, Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, knowing their names and knowing what they look like and their mannerisms, All right, that's beneficial for you, and the world will look at that as foolish, man. Oh, I don't care what color God is, man. He's a spirit. That's all. You just worship him. He's spirit and truth. But if you worship him in spirit and truth, that means you gotta know his name and what he looks like, man, and what he expects from you. All right. Showing the Lord chooses the foolish things because you see so-called Negro, Latino, Native American on the corner, preaching the Bible, man. Wearing without garments on, which y'all think are dresses or whatever, and you see us, yelling and whatnot, man, cussing the white man out, cussing you niggas out, man. Black woman or whatever, man. But actually, that you don't understand. That's a big thing in the eyes of Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. Then the Lord said that he chose the foolish things. He delighted in the foolishness of preaching. Pretty much roughly paraphrasing. All right, so that's an honor to be doing this according to the scriptures, man, because that's what he commanded of us to do, man. All right. It says, and the base things of the world and things which are despised, Yahweh have chosen, yea, and things which are not to be to bring to not things that are, man. All right, and that's twofold because we're talking about the knowledge, but that's also talking about us too, man. Because in this world, we're looked at as undesirables, man, losers, bumites, as we like to call us, man. But in how about Shemel Shah eyes, man, and we're doing a great thing, man. We're doing a very noble thing, man. All right, so you people have no clue of what y'all what you are seeing taking place here, man. All right, this is true knowledge being shared right here, man. Going into the dark parables and mysteries of the scriptures, man. All right, it's people that go to these theological schools for all these years, man, and don't even know a basic breakdown, man. All right, showing you that the Lord is using the small thing that you wouldn't think that you think is insignificant to confound you people, man. All right. Got a couple more scriptures. I'm gonna close this out. All right, this is the book of Titus, chapter 3, verse 35. Sorry, chapter 3, verse 3. Salakia. It says, "For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful, and hating one another," man. Because that's the thing that we we always say about not being proud that we have this knowledge. It's a sense of confidence, because we know more than the average Jake, man. But we don't take that to heart, man. We don't let this knowledge puff us up because, like I said, we once was in the world. We once was doing these things that we tell our people to stop doing, man. We were all born in this world, man. So, we came up celebrating these holidays, man. Came up eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, committing adultery, selling drugs, doing drugs. We all were part of the world doing that at one point in time, man. But the difference between us and y'all, man, is that Yahweh Shemel Shah, he woke us up. And we repented, man. And which we're telling you to repent, man. Because, what you call hate, this is actually love. Because if we didn't love our people, we wouldn't warn them of what's to come, man. And if you, have any type of wisdom about yourself, you would take heed to that warning. Because you hear about how the Lord is about to melt this place, man. Hear about how the scriptures describe the nuclear fire, how your body's going to burn up in it. Every element, your tongue's going to consume out your mouth. Your eyes going to melt away in your head, man. Your spirit's going to be in that fire, man. Those are words that should scare you, man. All right? They should scare you into doing the right thing, man. The fear of the Lord should kick in on you on that point, man. So that's the difference between, the 2/3 and the hopeful elect, man. If we fear the Lord, man. This is why we're doing our mind, because we want to please Yahweh Shemel Shah so that we can escape the things that's coming, man. Okay? It says, "But after the kindness and love of Yahweh Shemel Shah, our Savior toward men appeared, our Savior toward man appeared, not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy he saved us by the washing of regeneration and renewing of the Holy Spirit," right? So it's nothing that we did, to make Yahweh Shemel Shah be like, all right, let's get this man this wisdom. Let's mark him for salvation just because of whatever we did, or whatever, man. But hey, Yahweh Shemel Shah through mercy chose us, man. He called us, and Lord willing, we're chosen to be saved, man. You know, because if Yahweh Shai wouldn't have, gave himself up on the cross, man, hey, no Israelite will be saved, man. So this is a blessing, all right, to be able to have this knowledge, man, and push this word to help edify the flock, man. All right, and we urge more you brothers to wake up and do the same thing, man, because through this is how our salvation gonna come in, man. All right. All right, faith without works is dead, man. So you showing your love and belief for Yahweh Shema Shah by continuing to push this word, man. All right. And I'm gonna finish it out with this last scripture. This is the book of back in 1 Corinthians chapter 1. I'm gonna start I'm gonna finish out on verse 29. I mean, Salaki, not wrong chapter, wrong book actually. This is the book of Romans chapter 12 verse 3. It says, "For I say through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as Yahweh have dealt to every man the measure of faith." Right? Because you gotta remember, pride is a hateful thing in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shah, because I just read, man, we all once was in the world, man. But the Lord had mercy on us and gave us this gift, man. But just as easily as He gave it to us, man, He could take it away, man. So you can't let this knowledge puff you up to think that you are more than what you are, man. Because Yahweh Shema said out of His own mouth, man. If he that thinking that he is something, he is nothing, man. All right, roughly paraphrasing. So you can't let this pride puff you up, man. Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shema Shah, He can take that. He can take the spirit from you, and you could be doing the same thing you was doing before you came into this truth. And we have plenty of examples. We have a plethora of examples to show you that Yahweh Shema Shah can take the spirit from you just like that, man. All right. So you gotta remember, man. Hey, you use this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The correct way, man. Feed the flock, man, and grow in the spirit, flourish in the spirit, man. All right. Use your talents and everything, man. Do what you need to do through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, that you can show the Lord that you believe, man, and that you want to be saved, man. All right. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. I'm gonna start off by saying, Call Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Makal Double honors to my apostle, who is a great millstone on top of this truth, and that rule well, and peace and salutation to the elect. Shalom.